Maybe Sunday would better. Yeah, see, I told you. Look, that candle, the body through that 4K, immediately sets off 1.5% pump immediately. That's because everybody knows. Everybody knows what's happening next with Ethereum. It moves really slow until it doesn't, and Ethereum can really pump hard. But we forgot, right? Where did freaking Tick go?
Yes. Do you
Where did you
do
go,
you
Tick?
do you not have me here?
Where did you go?
Ah, shit. Okay.
I don't know.
Hey,
All right, Tick, you need to do a round trip because
yeah,
we're
yeah.
gonna.
I
Yes,
oh
there
my
you
gosh.
go. Hop right back in.
It's
Great.
so yeah. Sorry about that. It's my wireless, I think.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd hardwired my Ethernet cable a few weeks ago because I was having that issue, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna like stop using the hard line because I don't think I really need it, and I don't know what the hell. It's the weirdest thing. My
Yeah,
router is right next to my computer anyway. They're literally like 5 feet from each other, so I don't see like
there
what the
shouldn't be,
yeah.
right?
It's
There
I
shouldn't
shouldn't
be.
need the Ethernet cable. It's insane.
Mm,
Um,
mm.
but when I'm streaming like this, now I'm thinking I'm like, you know what? I think I should just buy another Ethernet cable. So because
Yeah.
anyway, I'm not gonna go into it. It's pointless. But I do want to
Pointless.
say thank you and hello to everyone that showed up to join us today. That's so cool to see Priest, Andro. Billy is actually a new face. I don't know if I know them, but just really cool to see some returning
Follow,
people. Oh,
follow.
oh, I am following Billy. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Okay. Yeah.
Awesome. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you guys for
Mm.
showing up on a Friday. And yeah, especially Mr. G and Coach and all the Sui intern, all the
Yes.
people that show up every day. Pufo, Lamb, dude, you guys are so freaking cool. Dead KOLs. It's so cool that these that your tribe loves to join us and uh, do this every day. It's so rad,
It's a
dude.
tribe vibe,
Yeah,
right? The winner circle is here. We do
Alex,
we
Alex
build
Becker.
we.
You looked at his
He's
post.
just so funny. But the winning circle,
Mm.
what do winners do? They don't worry about time. They don't worry about the how. They just do what they need to do on a daily basis without stressing, knowing that they're going to get there, right? A deep sense of knowing,
Mm.
not believing. Belief is not good enough. You need to know. And the only way to build knowing is to do something on the daily, right?
Mm.
Anyway, before we start to get philosophical and get these full moon 8-8 Lion Gate vibes,
There we go.
we do wanted to mention Monad again for the airdrops, right? There is some alpha, there is some a noise about it going main at the end of September.
Mm.
And I think they chose that pretty, really well. Lam, if you're hearing this, I really needed to laugh because I was in ad space and he was comparing volume on chain for NFTs. And he was doing really well until he mentioned Monad. He's like, Monad is zero volume. A Magic Eden. I'm like, yes, and because it's not main yet.
Yeah.
So they can't tell me.
Whoops.
I was like, oops,
Yeah.
right? Uh,
That's
of, of course, he
funny.
totally forgot that.
It's a test net.
I mean, good job on the Dojo Dogs on Doge. I mean, for real, clap hard because it's something else, right? They're encrypted on Doge, and that's different than the EVM compatible ones. Right, and Magic Eden likes to do that because they are equipped for this EVM compatibility. Eventually, they will have to, and they can. It's just going to be a little more work for them. So there's that distinction there a little bit too on the why, right? And so he was going like, how can Magic Eden connect with Monad? They have zero volume, and I'm like, yes, that's because there's no no mainnet yet. But yeah, Monad, you guys, you can still go to the faucet, get some testnet tokens, and start being active, making transactions on Monad. Buy meme coins, launch your own meme coin, stake it, mint NFTs, bring out a collection of NFTs, right? Lend it, borrow it. What you can do so much. There is so much DeFi in testnet but you can pretty much do interactions with a bunch of different contracts, and then you can set yourself up to be eligible for possible airdrops when that goes live. Also, if we're not getting any airdrops, also, I'm not concerned. Just simply moving on the new blockchain, knowing what kind of utility is there, might just expand your mind and your knowledge, right, of early utility, which is going to be bullish. Maybe you need something more in your portfolio there with some more upside potential. I would definitely look at those then, because they are not listed. They are going to get all the listings one by one, right? That is just going to happen. That never fails on any blockchain. And this is not a tiny blockchain either. They did gather almost 300 million for Monad. These are the guys from Quant, right, that are doing it. And so they have tons of interaction. They really worked hard to build community. And so, even though we don't find the word sexy or what's going on there, and in my eyes, anything but sexy, it is going to be a parallel scalable blockchain. It's going to be less fast than Sui. It's like half the speed of Sui. So it will surpass others when it comes to that, but it's EVM compatible, so it has that leg up. Then, the only thing that argument that we can have against Sui is that it's not EVM compatible, right? It has its own code, and that brings with it a lot of new stuff that they need to do. They have different challenges that an EVM compatible chain has. So apples and oranges. But yeah, Monad, you guys keep an eye on the Mo and the net. I'm like, more money. Let's wait
Hmm.
for Lamb to come up.
Oh, there was a NFT mint yesterday, but I didn't want to bug you with it. It was shoot, the Monin Docs. I wonder if it's still live. It was live yesterday, and there was like 1 day left. It might still be going on right now.
Uh,
Let me
I
pull.
faded,
Yeah,
and it's
it's
all
just
right.
another monad mint. They're all kind of the same,
Yeah,
right? Yeah.
you just named with your testnet tokens. Lamb, good morning, Lamb. I get to say good
Good
morning to Lamb.
morning, Wild. Good morning, Tick.
Hey, what's up?
How's it going, guys?
Good to see you. You're rocking the
Hey, you
builder.
too.
Oh, dude, that
You
builder
too.
Yes.
I am. I'm
with
rocking
the
the builder right
visor,
now.
and the builder cap. That goes hard.
Yeah.
That is pretty sick. I
And
like
a
that.
flannel.
Pretty cool.
And a flannel.
And a flannel, dude.
And the flannel.
He's got the
And the
drip.
flannel.
Dr-
He's a foreman. It's true. He carries a clipboard with him. I don't have it in the picture, but he definitely
yeah,
has one.
yeah, that's
You're
definitely
allowed to
But
official.
boast. But
Official.
I'm all about
hey,
tooting your own horn. But
listen, I was
yeah,
cracking up about that monad. Uh,
Oh, zero
Honest
volume.
mistake, I will say, but
yeah. I
it's
was just
happened a lot. It
listening. I was
happens a
like,
lot. It happens a lot, and it's not just I think that comparison is hilarious because it's like, okay, yeah,
yeah.
it is on Magic Eden,
Have
right?
you
But
seen
No, but
Anchorman?
there's
the
The
thing
movie?
the thing is, Lamb, the thing is that he was doing well. He was doing so well,
Up
and
until that point?
then he was making points, hammering it down,
Oh man.
yeah,
and
yeah,
then he led up to like the epitome of that epitome of that, and then it broke down with with that Monad comment. I was like,
yeah.
no,
Well,
well,
Listen,
like when
right.
somebody's reading the teleprompter and they read the question. I'm Ron Burgundy.
No,
Like no.
no. Ant is doing that from the heart,
Yeah.
and he did it really well, right? And I know that he has good humor, and because he did it with a layer three as well. That was layer one, but and then he made a post about it, about layer how he's so bullish layer three something. He turned it into a joke, so of course it's humor there, but he was doing
yeah,
so well, and I was listening. I was like feeling it. I was like, hallelujah, amen, yes, amen. Right? And then at one point he was like, and what magic, what is Mona doing there with zero volume? And I'm like, well,
yeah.
There's a lot of volume considering it is testnet. There's a lot of action going on
on the
on
test net,
on
yeah,
on
but
the
Right,
testnet. Yeah, there's a
right.
yes,
buttload.
but yeah. So I
Listen,
yeah.
listen. They get a lot of FUD, I guess I could say, right, for the funding that they have and maybe some of what they've done with that. But listen, that's just FUD. Like they're not launched yet. You can't. ignore these things. We might sound like, oh, we're all about monad. No, it's
No,
not that we're monad maxis by
no,
any means, right?
no.
But you can't fade a brand new layer one with this kind of funding and
Yeah,
just write it off before it even hits the ground running,
Yeah,
right? In my
that's
opinion. So
yeah, that'd be
I
retarded.
I think a lot of people are just hearing people say things and repeating them, but like, this hasn't even started
yeah.
yet. So
As
I
per
mean, I'm
usual,
That's
just
so
everything.
keeping the
crypto
options
Twitter.
open.
Crypto Twitter is all people repeating each
Yes,
other.
it's like rah, rah, rah. They're playing that phone game, right?
Yeah, it is literally
Yeah, it's
every
kind of
day. It's like the day starts with the
yeah.
telephone game, and by the end of the day, you're seeing the
It's,
same posts recycled in different ways. It's
it's,
awesome. It's kind
yes.
of
Well,
impressive.
it's kind of I see the same people who fund it eat to the ground, like every
Yeah.
day funding. Not. I made a joke about Ethereum as well at one point. You got to laugh, right?
For sure. Me
Um,
too. I was like,
but
F
but but
Ethereum.
these guys were talking ETH into the ground, and today I saw them both posting about ETH. Yes,
Wow.
4K ETH, and like I'm just like, well,
Yeah. Yeah.
you little bipolar,
Well,
anon bipolar.
Well, like I was posting Larry Fink from BlackRock. There's a video clips of him from years ago saying Bitcoin's a scam. It's imaginary money. It's not real. No one should be buying it. Like blah blah blah. And then his recent interviews of them, talking about how they're accumulating like millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin, but they were fudding the hell out of Bitcoin for
Yeah, but he
years.
was actually buying Bitcoin at that time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So all
Yeah,
the institutions are saying, yeah, no, 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 it's a
yeah,
scam. Meanwhile, they're
yeah.
buying up as much as possible. It's like,
They scared anons out of their bag. They
yeah.
bought the tears, and then this was all priced in already.
And now they can
As no
control it
joke.
to a certain
Yeah.
extent. Now they can control the
But
price of it.
to reroute the conversation back to
Yeah.
Monad, no, don't be a chain maxi, be an opportunity maxi. What's wrong with an opportunity with a chain that has that much behind it, that can accomplish a lot in the space? We should be bullish on it from a trader, from an investor perspective. Yes, right. If you have room in your portfolio, it would definitely be a good upside potential addition, as well as the utility on there. So why not, right? Why not? And that's why you don't listen to rumors and FUD this way. And
Mm,
this goes for every project, right? There's always FUD to be had, especially if you're doing well, and it's from the people who either sold or are envious. And envy is a nasty, nasty. If you feel envy, you need to get rid of that and tuck that in and deal with yourself. Because
wow.
wait,
And
but
kind of like
envy,
analyze where that's coming from as well, right?
yeah,
Like what's
yeah.
making you feel like so envious that you're willing to do whatever, cause harm to whatever situation. But
Yeah.
yeah, finding the root of it, like what is it about yourself that the insecurity or whatever
Mm.
that you're
No,
fearful.
it's a lack mindset because you don't feel like you have it, and
Mm,
that's why you feel envious. It's indicating not that the other person has something. No, the other person has something that you don't have, and that's where the envy then starts, when these emotions starts to come, like
mm,
and being envious this way. And it's because you're either don't believe that you can reach the same success, right? Or
mm,
you're envious because you faded. You made a mistake. You weren't paying attention. Your emotions speak too much, but it's always you that's the problem. It's not. It's not the one or
right.
the thing that you're envious about. You just missed the train, right? And so that's why I always say you got to learn how to clap for other people,
Mm,
because what it actually says is that if they can reach that level of success, if they can reach generational wealth,
mm,
it means that you can too. That's what it should tell you,
mm,
right? That yes, you can. These people did it too. I'm a person, I'm a human as
right.
well, and I breathe and live, and so I can too, right? And maybe it will take me a few things to have in order to get there. And so these people should be your friends. You should connect with them because you can learn about how they did it, and then give your own little swing and start doing the same. And it's very important, guys, that five people around you actually determine a big part of your success. And we know this when we have children, right? The number one indicator for academic success is how many books you have in the house. And it's still books, it's not social media or AI yet. Maybe that will change. But people always will say it's money. When you ask people like, what is a qualify for academic success of children, they would say the financial situation the family's in, and this is absolutely bogus bullshit. It is actually a number six. There's a ton that comes before that.
Mm,
And so we also know how to set your kids up to succeed, because we can't control our kids by telling them what to do. That's very obvious, especially when they become teens. But you can control the environment, right? And if you need to tackle that when they're teens, you're too late. You already need to front run all of that when they're little. Have them go to different look at different hobbies or sports, and of course it's got to align with what they can do and their talents, sure. But you got to bring them to the environment, and then they're going to find friends there, and then their friends are going to be a factor in their success, and it's the five people around them. So you may not get to pick their friends directly, but you get to pick the environment that your child grows up in, right?
mm,
And so we know this when when shit hits the fan. We know this is true. If you live in a bad neighborhood, right, and there's drugs and stuff, and they hang out with kids that either deal or do drugs, then the odds of them being an addict or a dealer are immense,
yeah.
immense.
Yeah.
So we know this because that's why neighborhoods are sometimes bad and good. That's environmental. So yeah, who you hang with, you become. It rubs off this way. So if you are looking to make a change in your life, and sometimes, often that happens naturally, right? I saw that a lot in the gym, with people changing their physique around drastically, after a short time, and then even family and friends that you would consider your friends would be telling these people like, "Hey, oh, have another piece of cake." They would actually sabotage the person because it makes them uncomfortable that you make that change, and now you're not the same anymore. You're making everybody feel uncomfortable,
Yeah, it's
making
the
them feel,
worst.
yeah, making them feel like they need to do something. Well, maybe they should, but leave that in the middle. That's not being a good friend. That's you projecting, again, envy, right? So but it's very hard to hear, and then some friends won't be, maybe not willing to hang out with you because you do now have a little bit of a different lifestyle and a different mindset, and sometimes you're just not vibing anymore. That's fine. You got to then say let go and move on, and you're going to make new friends immediately, right? Because these spots don't they don't stay vacant for very long, you guys, right? So you got to line up with the better version of you should be lining up already with the environment it needs to grow in, because a lot of people there's sometimes people who remain poor even though they make a lot of money, but their environment constantly knee jerks them into giving that money away, right? And
Mm,
so they do make a lot of money, but there's something on the other end. So money making is then easy, but then retain the money is difficult. Because yeah, if you're surrounding yourself with friends who is like, yeah, always bumming for money, like, can I borrow 10? Can I borrow 20? You have these people, right? And you're afraid to make new friends, then you're never going to make it a calm either. So it's really yes, Lamb. I'm sorry, you have your hand up. I didn't see. I was looking at Ethereum.
Oh, you're okay. Ethereum is making me very happy. I am too.
Yes.
But hey, I need everybody in here to like, comment, repost the room. We've got 22 people in here and only 12 comments. These guys bring you the alpha every single day. Wild and Tick are killing it with this space. And they not only do they bring the alpha, but they let people come up on the stage, brand new projects. They risk their own reputations, although I would say they do their research well, but they're risking bringing brand new people up here, letting them shill and talking about their projects, and they're finding some really good gems. So
that's
show
so
them some
cool.
support, guys. They're killing it. You guys are doing awesome. Appreciate you guys. And
Thank
yeah,
you.
go check out ETH because it's going crazy.
Yes, it's going nuts. I was looking at it while I was like on auto talk almost. I'm sorry. Yeah, when I say these, when I get passionate about these things, because for some people, this is a cold hard truth. right? And you don't want to say goodbye to people. I understand that sometimes it's really hard to break bonds, but sometimes they cannot come with you on this journey. And then the best thing to do is to give them your blessing. Don't get angry about this or frustrated. Just give people that need to leave the blessing because they go on their journey. And it's obvious that we can sometimes go together, right? And then just bless them for all the fun you had, and maybe later on we can reconnect if we're vibing at that point. But if not, then thank you for the journey, and then you need to move on. We got Mr. G on here. I'm trying to get him on the stage. But Lam is absolutely right. You do need to leave a comment. It's not just for us, but also for your account. Very healthy to do to be in spaces uh, actually to request to be on stage, even better, right? That would be even better. And engage, because this is what Twitter is all about. Today I actually gained more than 200 followers. 200 followers, while I actually was getting my IV drip medication, my go-go juice, that I still
Oh man.
kind of need. um and I was just engaging you guys, right, while being on the drip. I was like, let me do this. And 250 followers, my engagement is up. You got to be out there and say hi to people. You got to leave comments, and nobody else is going to see you. The algorithm likes it when you're just outgoing like that. Bouncy. Mr. G, happy Friday. Happy eat pump day.
Hey, hey, happy Friday. Thank you. Yeah, I was trying to get up. I guess Twitter was being Twitter or X being X, just glitching out. I had to take a little laugh, but yeah, great information. And I just wanted to share what I had posted below that XPX. That was a new one I just wanted to put on your radar.
Mm. SPS is great.
Yes, I did, and I have it on my watch list. Of course, I did. I ran over it a little bit as well. I made some notes on the chart. Let me pull it up.
Yeah, SPX is one that about a year ago I had a friend that he was always
Just
buying
focus on it.
tokens and getting wrecked, and he didn't know how to like. I told him straight up, I'm like, well, if you're not selling and taking profit when you should, and you don't want to watch the chart and you just want to hold, you're pretty much your only option's SPX. And this is when SPX was at like 70 cents. And
Only
so
option.
so he aped in at like 70 cents, and now it's at like $2. And last time I talked to him, he's like, dude, I love SPX. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, it was exactly what he was looking for. SPX is great. It's just that it moves like slow, like how Bitcoin does. So if you're looking for like a fast return, it's not really one that you can like, swing trade or whatever and try to sell in a short time period. But if you're planning on stacking it for a couple of years, SPX is one of like the best buys in my opinion. The reason for that is Murad is hyper bullish on SPX, posts about it every day, and he also has one of the largest portfolios in crypto that you can actually look at what he holds. And so I don't know. There's just bullish indicators right there. I believe SPX will do very well, in my opinion.
I'm just curious, Tick.
Yes,
You
and I
talk
was
very fast, like me sometimes. Oh, are you saying S is in Sam PX? Because I'm talking about
XPX.
XPX.
Yeah,
I have it pinned
Oh,
down
oh,
below.
forgive me.
yeah.
Okay, cool, cool, cool.
We're
That
talking
is.
about Proxy Max XPX.
Oh, I don't know that one. I apologize. Okay, I just went off on a
Yes.
tangent. That was
Yeah, no problem.
embarrassing.
Could also be something. So XPX is the utility token for Promax platform, right? And it also does these super contracts that enhance smart contracts, which is working through a consensus mechanism, again, proofs of stake, which are all good there, right? It has the P2P cloud storage, the cross-chain transaction support, the integration with the NEM blockchain, designed for that scalability. So it enhances by a lot. So um, what else did I? Yes, I really wanted to commend you for having me look at a chart that is looking to do a great rip. I'm not even joking, right? Oh my God, I'm gonna. All right, yeah, that's better. Yes.
So XPX Pay, correct? Do I have the right website? XPX with the purple and the yellow, and they have a card as well. Is this?
Yes.
Yes, I'm looking at the live stream right now. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. But that chart looks so juicy, right? That I put it on my watch list because I was like, well, I do not have room in portfolio in this moment in time. But you never leave a good trade on the table there, right? So everybody just yes, do your own research there. But that chart looks like it's ready to pop. I'm not even joking. And so, Mr. G, I commend you for uh, checking out a token not only with some great utility, but also a chart that looks ready to absolutely do a big move. And then your target should be these double tops that you see before. Also, a great learning curve here, Mr. G. If you're looking, you see these two double tops. Whenever we make a double top like that, that affirmation, you can bet all your money and open a short there like a crazy one because you're going to make a lot of money on a short because that always indicates a deeper retracement and this never fails, right? And then it's going from there straight to the floor. There's no pumping that one back, and so double top is bearish like that, right? And just like we like to look for the W, the reversed double top, the double bottom is then bullish indicator for reversal. But at the top, it's a reversal as well, and it's a volatile one. And so in reverse, it's a volatile up, and the double top is a volatile down. Whenever you see that, is a good trade for a nice short that you can really, really bank on. But that happened already before, and then you always wait for that bottom to round up. And so this is very classic pattern on the chart. If you want to look at it, you can. Oh yeah, Mr. G actually posted it here in the comments so you guys can see what that looks like, right? Coming from the double top, seeing that crazy rejection there on that double top and then rounding up like that, that round bottom, that is going to make that cup and handle. Right, so this is going to do a cup and handle formation pattern here. And so you look for that breakout. It's going to be a little bit of retesting, but it's going to land on that floor there, do another move up to form that handle there. And that handle can be really, really a great move for a trade there. Absolutely. Yes. Thank you for bringing my attention to that. It's on my watch list. And so some great utility, but also good trade. And this is still a good floor here too, right? Yes.
I agree. I was in a space last night with the founder and the devs talking about it, and it was just really good stuff.
Yes. Yes, you guys, there's good stuff out there, right? And well, I'm very proud of Mr. G of looking at something yourself, being curious and out there, and you might just find something like this and it be super bullish, right? And this is what happens when you just don't listen to when hey, buy this, hey, buy this, right? But to actually be curious and go out there on your own. Of course, I'm mentioning projects all the time here that I find bullish, but I find it certainly bullish. Mr. G went out on his own and brought back something for our village here to look at as well, right? And I immediately did some research and was like, yes, this is a very bullish project. If you're having room in your portfolio, it's certainly worth. This would not look bad in your portfolio at all, especially the price zone that it's at right here. And for a trader, a trade there is also very, very looking very, very good. Absolutely. Well done. Well done. Well, here goes Ethereum. Here goes Ethereum, you guys. Are you
I got a
ready?
question about that, Wild. So I got a good long in on
Mm,
Ethereum. I want to know though, like on the 4 hour, we
yes.
saw a little bitty bump and run of that resistance line, not the 4K line,
Yeah, yeah,
which is psychological, but the actual,
yeah.
multiple year resistance line on the weekly.
Oh, yeah.
Is that sufficient, or are you expecting this to kind of pump up and come back down and retest the 4K?
Yes, that's what I'm expecting. And I think we need to. The RSI tells me that we need to, in that move, cool down a little bit. And I'm expecting something on a longer time frame. It tells me kind of 4,300 and then down and for that retest. So that's still a very good trade, right? I didn't have a trade open. I should have, but I opened one on CKB just before the space.
Yes.
Because I knew ETH was going to do that too, and I thought maybe I would be better off. But look at Pepe now jumping up straight with this,
Oh
right?
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, very much responsive there. You see, Pepe is on Ethereum. How can it not respond? Right? This is crazy.
Yeah.
And so you see your Ethereum blue chip memes and things on Ethereum will eat from this. And basically because people are taking a position because everybody kind of in the space, if you've been in it long enough, knows why this was important for Ethereum to take. And so, yes, we're going to go with this body over than everybody believes. And then we're going to calm down in that retesting of that 4K or close to 4K. And from there, because it was such a gnarly resistance, when we can grab that as support, it's gonna all those rejections that we got, these fucking slaps in the face from that trend line, are now gonna be on the flip side. So instead of it being our enemy, it's gonna be a best friend, and it's gonna lift Ethereum. So if we get a bump from there we can go from there. We're going quickly to 5K, and I'm really expecting that because that trend line has been knocking us down from that testing that trend line and then knocking us down to 2K sometimes. Crazy, huh? How it did that. And the last time it
Yeah.
even bumped us all the way down to 1300 Ethereum. Crazy. And so now we're on the flip side of that. So when we take that as support, it's going to be a trampoline. And so I would see us halt to 5K pretty quickly after a little retest there to see if we get a bounce, which I'm expecting, and then boom, shake the room.
How are you shaping your targets right here? Like before that before that retrace, because obviously this at this point there's not a lot of resistance above this point for ETH. It's just not. There's not a lot of price action.
Nope, exactly, exactly.
Just
So
just barely, and we're talking like
yeah.
this, all the rest of the price action above this point was back in 2021.
Yes, exactly, exactly. And so where am I looking? Where does my 4300 come from? Well, it kind of goes on that wick of that initial big wick that we see on Saturday, the 1st of May, 21. And when you put it on a monthly, you see that wick more obvious. And it has the body of the candle of the from the November 21, and it has also a wick there from October 21. So I think price pulls to there and then a retest, and that's between that 4300 and 44. I can see us do that, right? And then
Hmm.
maybe retest a little bit of that. Maybe not the 4K, but like the 4100 would be a thing, or the 4083 would be then a thing. Landing on the wicks of the previous, we can go down a little. That wouldn't be a problem all the way to 4K as long as we bump off the trend line. But look at how that monthly is looking on the RSIs as well. I mean, is this going to be even a question? And then we're going to challenge that all-time high pretty fast after that because there is no resistance really there, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, this thing's gonna teleport like
Yeah. This is going to
a
full court.
thousand in one of these days. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I think that most of the people, because it was such a gnarly resistance, and we did these waves trying to get there and trying to, but the pressure of that first wave has been taken out. The sell pressure of that first wave has been taken out by these other waves already, right? I mean, if you would have bought Ethereum top blasted uh, in 21, right? Uh, if you would have top blasted, you would have probably sold in 24 when the price came back, tried to come back, right? And then you had another chance to sell that bag again in the last January here as well. So that sell pressure out of that first wave is gone. A lot of people who got stuck there already took if they wouldn't sell at a loss, when price came back, they would have sold in these two options already, or three options they had to sell. So that pressure is taking away out of that, and that's why we actually can go over that resistance now because that pressure of that initial wave is
Hmm.
then absorbed, right? And so it's not giving any resistance anymore. There are hardly any people out on that top that are still
Yeah.
holding that
It's
bag. So
almost like today was just traders
Yeah,
taking out that 4K,
yeah,
bringing it down
exactly.
3%, and
Yeah,
now you can see the pressure just releasing.
yeah, absolutely. And look what happens with the Ethereum dominance as we go there. As I'm geeking out on all of this stuff, right? This is great to see. You guys should take screenshot of this and remember this day, right? Because we can then say go back and we will say here's where it started.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that eat move? Yes, that was here. So yes, monumental. I mean, I'm not even joking,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's the torch, the Ethereum 10-year anniversary too. Not too long last week, right?
Right.
How great is that?
So
Yeah, I got
cool.
the mint, the
Yeah,
NFT.
yeah. I have the 10-year NFT as well. But yeah, ETH is lighting the way here. It's carrying the torch for all your other bags. So you should be even if you're not holding ETH. I'm not holding a ton of ETH, but you should be clapping right now for the ones that are buying ETH and are bullying for the rest of us, right? it's, yes, it's not wild. I'm not in that move, but a lot of institutional money is the number two. This was never going to change. Uh, and will it ever change? I don't think so either, because so much has been built on Ethereum. If we take Ethereum out of the equation, if we take it out of the top five or something like that, if we would, then it's like a house of cards of other blockchains that would just crumble down, and they can't because they have utility that's being used. So this is not going to happen. A lot has been built due to Ethereum, because of Ethereum, and still is still supporting all of that ecosystem, EVM compatibility, and all these rebuilds. So yeah, and then we see that it now makes when it makes this significant move, whole market is now immediately turning bullish because they know they know ETH above this price is a great thing. Meanwhile, low volume on Bitcoin. So that would just what it says here is that a lot of traders in Bitcoin are leaving Bitcoin alone. They're running ETH. They're running the ETH show. And so when that profit is taken, don't be surprised to see a pump on Bitcoin coming next, because it's that one too, and we saw that happen in May. You remember, Lam, in May that happened too.
Sorry, what happened in May on
Like
Bitcoin?
like that, you know how you do in soccer, you do the 1-2 move, and and
Hmm.
uh, and and Bitcoin and Ethereum are doing that 1-2 move, like in May, like
Yeah,
Ethereum pumpy, Bitcoin flat, and then profits taken, and then a big chunk of that went straight into Bitcoin pump. Yeah,
yeah.
pumping with each other, right? And that's I think that's institutional money moving, because they know how to do the market thing, right? How they know how to do these moves. Meanwhile, you should not be worried about if you can make those moves or not. You should just be hodling your bags here and relax. And relax.
All right, question on another one, Solana. Uh, how do you
Solani?
feel about that one? I picked up some along at 176 when we confirmed that support above the
Yes.
175,
Good, good, yes. Good,
and we're
good
at
spot.
179. But obviously, we've got the resistance of 180. We had it last time,
Yes.
but we
Yeah.
also went to 200 not too long ago as well.
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts on this one?
I would take like two targets here. So there is like a little wick that I'm a little concerned about that we're coming up on right now, and it's kind of eating from that a little. But oh, that's on a daily. Hold on. Let's not do that then. Let's look at that 4 hour. Um, yeah, see, yeah, that wick is concerning because there was a lot of bulls that bought there already, and just price just came back for them. And so next target would be for me on exactly the body of the candle of what looks good here. 29th of July. We see the wick there, and then I'll take the target on the body of the candle at 182.69. 182.69. Yeah,
Great number.
yeah, right. Because it also corresponds with the toppy and the wick on top of the 31st. That would be, but I'm not gonna lie. It looks a little bit exhausted here in the 4th hour, but the daily looks good enough. So It just means that it's going to be get excited, but you're not getting liquidated anytime soon either. So uh, you can
Right.
rally that up because that daily would do it then, and then we're just gonna have to set your targets because right after that there is a very juicy one sitting on that one, um, just below that 190 as well, right? On top of that body 189.11, and then all the way up to a wick on that 190.8 something. What is that 190 point? Yeah. So yeah, I would take a few targets there just in case. But you made a good
Hmm.
trade because that price, that 176, unless the rest of the market is cooling down too much tomorrow, because we're heading into the weekend. So that's why maybe multiple targets make sense,
Hmm.
just to cover yourself.
Yeah.
But it doesn't look like it wants to go back there. That was, I think, decent entry for a little bit. Yeah, especially with Ethereum. And of course, Bitcoin is holding great as well. I mean, that's not going anywhere. So we can expect pumps on Bitcoin as well. And then the pumps will take us to that 120 next, right?
Yeah.
We're going to get some dealings in that value area of 117.5 and 118.5, 119, like there. But we already wanted to go in there. So it looks also bullish over there as well, also on the daily. However, that daily, right, the weekly doesn't look so good. And so that kind of tells me that we're not cooked, but we're half cooked on Bitcoin. So I'm not sure if I really need to have a little bit more time to measure that move and then see if we can challenge the former all-time high in Bitcoin um, with what we have left on that daily RSI. Can it make that move then? Does it have enough to do it? Right? But meanwhile, Ethereum is just hauling. But yeah, I could see 40. I could see 4,300 coming in. But that is kind of what I see is the max for the RSI here on the daily because it looks a little cooked, especially if you look on what's left on the regular RSI. It's looking a little bit cooked. That
Yeah.
for the 4 hour, I'm not too concerned. That can stay up in the air a little bit for a little bit longer, and then we can take it to that 4,300. That would be something, huh? Like that will be a wick in there. Um, let's see if we missed something there. If I missed something there that I didn't see, some nasty former price action somewhere. That further, but then we need to go look in that first wave and then zoom in on there to see.
Lamb, you got the Seeker as well, right? Did you pre-order?
Yeah.
Oh, did it come yet?
Mm-mm. No,
Yeah,
I ordered it pretty late, so
same.
I wouldn't
Some
expect to be kind of the first batch.
right. Some people have already received theirs. Did you see that?
No, I haven't seen any posts about that yet.
Yeah, dude, the unboxings on the timeline. So one guy, he was like, "Whoa, Solana, what gives?" And it showed like the Seeker box, and then it showed the box opened up, but it was like a a giant dildo with like one that you plug in. So they were just kind of like they were
What the
like
hell?
they were like, "What gives, Solana?" Like it was a joke, an obvious joke, but it was like the thing was too is that the device that was pictured was the kind that you plug in, like it's not even a battery powered one. It was large. I don't know. I thought that was
What the hell?
that made it just that
Oh
much
my gosh.
that made it that much funnier that it was like a big one that you
You
like
made it
plug in.
awkward.
Yeah, I apologize for taking it
So
there,
when
but
when I when I look a little better, there's also and like a little bit of a candle that was made also in 21 that I see that gives me anywhere between that 4084 all the way up to that 4253. So um, so there's that, right? I just spotted that one. It was a reversal doji at the time, and it looks like this one intuitively, guys, this is just. Sometimes I see these candles and I'm like, yeah, that one was that one, and so yeah, targets there. But for now, I think the market believes all of this here, what's happening here, and I think we're gonna um, look for a nice candle on the weekly close now as well. Yes, that will look very, very good. And put a nice soldier, take out, it's going to take out the other one. Yeah, that's great. Looking good. Um, but you can clearly see still on a daily that it's still, that resistance was something. It still is something. And let's look at the rest of what's hauling here. Well, Pepe doesn't give a shit. Pepe's just like, well, here we go. We're aping life savings again.
And we're not gonna
Right.
sell.
We're never
We're gonna
selling.
round trip this,
Right?
round trip this bitch, ride it all the way up and down.
I
Oh man.
remember when Pepe was flying, I remember all the people in my DMs asking me, should I buy here? Is it still going to run? And I was like, no, guys, this is going to cool off and then it's going to find its floor. So let's wait. And then I got DMs like, oh, yeah, all right. I was asking you, but I kind of already bought like all my life savings. So I was like, all right,
Oh
better.
wow. So you didn't
I don't
receive.
know what to tell you. Right? Well, they were asking, but kind of.
Well, I can't help you now.
Yeah,
After
right.
you
Already,
decided.
it was after the fact. It's like you're
They're looking for
asking me.
confirmation
Yeah, they
bias.
were looking for confirmation bias, and I was like, no, it's good.
Like, can I borrow $20 for gas fees so I can sell?
Yes. Oh
You're like,
God,
I
yes.
literally have DMs like that all the time. It's crazy as hell.
Yeah.
It's,
Well, you get them. I don't.
I don't
But
know.
then again, I'm not.
I need to take
What are you
Bank of
doing,
Tick
Tip?
out of my username. People thinking that I don't know what gives them the impression I have the money to just give away too. I'm like,
They read it wrong.
I
They see your
wish.
name as Tip.
Yeah, tip. Yes,
Tip.
yes. To
They're coming
ensure
straight.
prompt service.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh
Yes.
wow.
Hey,
Okay.
imagine coming back to your Pepe bag that's like 6 figures and
Whoa.
Yeah.
not having enough gas to sell.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to. I don't want to sound stupid here, but it happened
It
to me last
happens.
bull run.
Jeez.
No, I
Oh
was telling you
man.
this. I couldn't rock my other bags because everything was pumping,
Yeah.
right? And I was like, shit. But I had to pay the overhead cost of the gym, and I had to pay my mortgage, and I actually had to skip my mortgage to pay an ugly $580 for
Wow.
gas fee transactions to get that bag out because it needed out.
Jeez.
But yes, I quickly needed to reroute that and return to pay my mortgage in time. But I actually had to delay 2, 3 days on my mortgage to
Mm,
save the bag there. I was like, what is this gas fee? And things were pumping, so you cannot wait either, right? It's not like you can be like, let's wait till the weight drops. The price is going to drop too. And that was kind of the toppy top.
yeah.
It was worth spending it. I'm not gonna lie, right? It was a $3,000 profit there,
All right. Costs money
so
to
it
make
was,
money. Takes money to
yeah.
make money. Yeah.
But then you still gotta have it to make the to make the. And I was like, I don't, so I needed to just wreck my mortgage.
And you left like a moon bag as well, right? I don't know if I'm following
No,
this. No. Oh, you pulled it all out.
oh yeah, I
You
pulled
needed
that
it.
one out.
Wow.
Yes,
Wow. But those are like the things that we go through. It's like we don't learn how to navigate those things until we walk in
yeah.
those in through those
Well,
steps.
look, this
Essentially,
was just a, well, it was a shitter, so my bags needed out.
Yeah. Uh,
I and I was right.
because
What
you were gonna
looking
get
back
wrecked.
was the right
Yeah.
move.
So if you
Yeah.
didn't move, you would have got wrecked. Wow.
Yeah, but
That's
then,
scary.
but then, when look, even if you're not paying attention and that bag goes down to being valued at
Yeah.
$1,000, that's then gas fees, 580, and that just had to do with not just the highway, but also because of the complexity of that contract, which makes it more expensive,
Mm,
right? So all these EVM competitive chains, they well, also a good developer, because if you know how to code well, you can make the contract gas fees efficient. But yeah, you don't know what you're buying if you're buying a freaking shitter, right? So it turned out to be like a complex thing, and then it needs more blocks to go through, and so you have to pay a lot
the
more gas.
gas. Wow.
Yes. That's a part of that.
Yeah.
So I never knew that either, and that was one of the highest costs that I ever seen. But I
Yeah.
needed my bag out because that price would have dropped. Then I still needed my bag out, but with my initial investment, I would have been left with maybe $150 profit.
Mm.
All right. So I was like, no, this bag needs out, and I yes,
A lot of time and effort all for nothing, right? All for peanuts. It's kind of like,
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, so that's almost what happened. So yeah, you had to make a quick move. Sometimes like we have to make those decisions and like make those calculations like in our head. Like what's the opportunity cost right here? Is my money gonna do me? Is it worse off sitting here right now? It's but right
But
now is not the time to do that, right? Like right now is
great
where they say
great
don't
prices.
lock
No,
in.
right now it's not. This
Right,
was at the
don't
end of
rotate
the
right now.
the all rally was already done,
Mm,
and that's where everybody goes and shitcoin away, right?
mm-hmm.
And so yeah, and but I just spent so much on anything, everything, and I couldn't rug any other stuff, so I just had to, for once in my life, delay the mortgage 3 days
Wow,
to get that bag out because there
stressful.
was at that time no other option to do
Yeah.
so. So yeah, right. I felt really bad about that. I was like, I'm never gonna do that again.
Right. That's why you always say stay liquid. Always like keep
Yeah,
some
that's I
gunpowder
learned the hard
so that
way
you
that you
have
need to
gas
stay liquid.
fees,
Yeah,
so that you're
yeah,
ready for opportunity. Yeah. No
yeah.
matter. Yeah. So it just yeah.
No matter what the
Don't over leverage
opportunity.
yourself and stay liquid is
Yeah,
kind of the two principles that you have to always those
yep,
are come first before
absolutely.
anything.
Yes. When you DCA, always make sure you DCA some tether, right? DCA some tether. That's a stable coin, so it kind of holds its value pretty well,
So
and you
that's
can
better
use
than.
that.
I don't mean to cut you off, but that's better than USDC because in America I use USDC because that's
Yeah,
just
you
native.
use a USDC. Yeah,
Okay, okay.
right. So USDC works as well.
But in Europe,
Uh,
it would be Tether or anywhere else in the world,
but we can
Nigeria.
use USDC as well.
Oh, okay.
But the
Is there
tenor is
benefits
again.
to Tether over USDC then?
No, not really.
Hmm.
I mean, yes, if you're going maxi with it,
Uh huh.
yes,
Okay. Okay. I should
but
do some
but
research on that then because I want to know because
yeah,
they do incentivize users to hold USDC, but why would
yeah.
they do that unless there's some reason that unless it's
No,
less opportune?
it must be in the compliance thing that there it would
Hmm.
make the
Oh,
difference.
it makes it easier
So
for them to make those trades and stuff, acting as an
well, in
exchange or a
certain
broker.
well, like you said, in certain countries, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, huh?
So that's the I think that that would be the main reason. But either way, whatever stable coin you're going for there, then you need to have that in your portfolio as well. It doesn't need to be a lot, but you want a good at one point you want something in there so you can take that money for opportunity. And this was an opportunity, right? And so I should have had be liquid, but I wasn't thinking and doing like that at the time at all. I didn't know either. I had to learn all that stuff, how to take care of these things, and by getting in trouble, right? So that's why I'm always saying diversify portfolio, stay
Mm,
liquid,
mm-hmm.
right? Because these things matter and they're going to be important. And come and buy before the pumps, right? Don't chase volume. Wait for volume. What is more relaxing than buying something and sitting back? And then when the time comes for it to pump, the volume comes to you. You absolutely don't need to sit there on Pump Fun or whatever platform waiting on new pairs to flip a bag. It's like immensely risky and it's unhealthy, and you're gonna have an unhealthy lifestyle. That you might get lucky and then lose it all again. There's so many examples of that, of people doing that. They actually got 100, 200K. And I know people who got 10 and 15K, 20K, 40K, and lasted about 2 weeks, all gone. You're just going to take more risk and go in with bigger bags
Mm.
into risky things, and then thinking you can repeat the same thing. But the thing is, you got lucky, and you're not going to repeat the same thing.
Yeah,
So,
catching lightning in a bottle twice is the likelihood of that
well,
is pretty
yeah.
slim. Because
So,
that's essentially what
yeah.
you're doing. If you're hitting 100x, you're catching lightning in a bottle. you're doing something that's
That's why you need to have a plan, right? So even if if you are such a person that wants to take that risk and stuff, make sure you have a plan. If you don't have a plan, you're planning to fail because then you're gonna put that repeat behavior in there, right? So have a if you're doing that, and at least have a rule. If I get lucky, I got to buy some Bitcoin and another layer one blockchain, and then with 30% of what I have left, I will degen on. And also then have a rule that you cannot sell the other bags until alt season. And then you just gotta have to be hard on yourself and stick with the rules. But that instant gratification is problematic. But it's problematic, and this is the thing: it's behavior. It's you, right? If you are somebody who cannot resist your favorite food or your favorite snack,
Mm,
it's going to be hard for you to stick to a diet, right? Because you feel entitled to take that out of the cabinet at any time you want it.
well,
But to be on a diet, you can't.
mm-hmm,
Right? Gonna have to put the fork down. That's gonna be a rule. And so you gotta acknowledge that in yourself, like, yes, this is a weak spot, and I'm gonna have to fix it, right? And then,
mm,
then you gotta make a plan around it. You can't put it somewhere else. Put it in the shed. Make it go walk for it if you want it. Right? I want a cookie at night. All right, you can, but now you gotta walk out through the garden, get it out of the shed, because that's where your cookies are. You're just gonna bring some delay in there, right? For you to change behavior. And so that's a problem. We feel entitled to a lot of stuff that is too much of that is bad for us, and we know this, but some we cannot control it. So yeah, you need to have some rules and stick with the rules. And a lot of people just stick with the rules, and sometimes the rules don't work. Sometimes there is a sender that somebody told me about, and my rule was not to ape, right? I
mm,
needed to DCA, not to ape in anything else, just DCA. But and
mm-hmm,
and I don't have any other money left to ape, so I'm not good. I can't ape. And then the thing went and did a 40x. Um, but the rules keep me from losing money. So I could have never built the bags that I had if I didn't have my rules. So all in all, my portfolio was at that time already up 20-30x.
dang,
And I never could have had that 20-30x on my portfolio if I didn't have these rules and stick with those. So either way, I'm winning, even though that one lucky one that got away from me was still not making up for the gains that I was making with my rules. And the rules keep you safe. And sometimes you then miss out, and but then you bless the people who got on, right? You're just like, yes, good for you. My time will come. My portfolio will do the 50x that it needs to do too. What you got going on?
Nothing. I came across a what is it? A video. Billionaire exposes our financial system. I like
Oh
to
yeah.
repost these people that talk about Bitcoin as a hedge against inflation and the current financial
Yeah.
system and what a racket it is and how the whole it's like the more that you deep dive into it. I'm not going to try to go onto a tangent right now, but as
Mm.
I had this video had popped up and so I just reposted it. But and because I was looking at the say these legs on say are incredibly freaking wow, dude. Talk about legs. Going from 30 up to 32. If you look at the daily chart on say we have
Yes.
some really nice movement on the weekly. We're up 9%. On the monthly, we're
Okay.
up 20%. Yeah, just say
Yes.
e's a
Also,
mover.
I taught you how to draw the trend line, right?
Uh huh.
And you see what happened, right? Got a little rejection. Now we got immense rejection that first wave, and then the second one we got massive punch in the face there too.
Mm,
But now we're getting a little slap on the wrist, and that should tell you something. We're going to get that resistance out. So then we're looking then on a trade. Well, if you draw that trend line and descending trend line over these tops down, right? For a swing trade, a swing trader will look for this over candle over retest, and then on the retest you take the trade because now it's been confirmed the breakout, right? And
mm,
on the retest, when you as soon as you see green coming from there, and so you go in for a swing and take that all the way to the previous wave, and that would be your swing.
mm,
Um, or a long in this case, right? Could be a future good future trade as well. Um, but yeah, if you just DCA and you wait for alt season, then that floor that was there already, that was great. This is still a great price as well, right? So then you're not bothered with any of this. But if you want to trade it, you're not getting in before the trend line because you don't know, right? But it looks really dangerously close. I think it's gonna get it. And then that's your trading rules. You cannot take the trade unless there's a confirmed breakout. A confirmed breakout is 90% set to rally. The only 10% bearish there is that if Bitcoin is going to make some freaking move or something, right? Bring blood to the market, and that pattern will that breakout attempt will utterly fail, and that's a almost like a little bit black swanish, right? So we say 10-20%, 10-15%, I would say. So it's one of the best trades that you can make if you see it confirmed. That's where you go in, right, on the confirmation candle. Not before that, not that like it, oh, it looks like it wants to break out. No, we trade the confirmation candle of the breakout because then we know it's going to rally. And so you don't have to worry there. That's how you set up swing trades.
Mm.
It's the magic of swing trades. And I don't do swing trades anymore because they're you kind of need to work harder to find them, good swing trades.
Mm.
And because you want and you're gonna be in a more volatile area, in the more riskier areas too, because you want a swing trade to do well. Don't want to do a swing trade at 10-20%. You want one that rips 40, 50, 60, right? And so you're looking for those. So then you're going in a risky area, and there's just a lot more work because you need to look at a lot more charts, right? And you need to pick up on those. So it's a massive amount of work. So I moved to doing future trading a lot more. Yes, because I need a lot less volatility to get some bread on the table. But there also it takes work. So you guys, I'm up at 4 a.m. every day, sometimes earlier, to set up my trades for the day. That's simply because of the time zone that I'm in, right? So the market moves sometimes in a zone that is when I'm asleep, and then I gotta wake up earlier, and that's just then what you have to do. And then there will be a good 2 hours of looking at things in depth and doing some research on top of that, right? So there's more than just, oh yeah, just a random pick or something like that. It actually takes some work to make good trades.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're not running on luck here, right?
Right.
I'm not doing that. Yeah, this looks like it wants to break out. We already talked about it, but it kind of bouncing off that still, just under that trend line, moving with the trend line. And so we're waiting for a confirmation above that trend line. And that's not a wick, that's got to be a candle. A candle is a confirmation, right? A candle is a breakout happening, and then a retest is confirmation. And that is how you set up a swing trade.
Mm.
Yeah. It's fairly easy, but the work is where well, they're not showing up every day on every chart, so you gotta get after it. That's why I have a ton of I have 200-300 anyway, so sometimes I kick them out, so it's anywhere between 200-300 tokens on my list on TradingView. And
Whoa.
so, so you look, yes, you need a lot more charts than just 10 to or else you're not going to make bread, right? Regularly. You got to look for those, and cast a wider net to catch up on those because they don't show up. Like I said, not every chart is doing that every day. So, yeah. And then you're also going to look for the more low cap ones to look for some swing volatility coming in there too. So there is that. And then, yeah, of course, I did a lot of trading on Maxi because I had a volume bot that was giving me anything that would pump above 4 or 5%. So that would 4 or 5% would usually be like that confirmation candle that happens in that move. And I would immediately go to the tokens to see if that was a trading setup, right? So sometimes I took that approach as well.
Huh.
Yeah. And then I had that copy trading account on BitCat, which BitCat doesn't do my country anymore.
Mm.
And then I would post them, right? If that token was also available on BitCat. because that was a requirement as well. But yes, a volume button there can actually be handy in that way too, giving you that initial volume, and then just you got to hop in quick then, right? Because the breakout is then happening, and if it's low cap, it's the train is leaving, so you got to then be quick with the swing trade there. But it takes a lot of work to trade, you guys. It's not. There's guys on Bitcoin that trade Bitcoin maybe twice a year, maybe four times, and it's all two times in fall, two times in spring. It's never in summer, and it's never in the winter.
Mm.
And they go in with a lot more money, but they TA the hell out of it, and then make a big trade, and that's how they create income for the whole year. So that you can do too. And all these Bitcoin guys are saying, "Yeah, well, why are you still doing all this hustling? You can just relax and do that." But I'm not comfortable putting in 30 G's on the trade. I'd be
Yeah.
sitting there. I'd be sitting there with my eyes wide open. I would be going crazy.
Hmm.
So I can deal with good amounts, but that's a lot, right? And so I got to get comfortable with higher amounts as we go. That's something you grow into, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, you guys. Well, I can't take my eyes off of Ethereum, but I kind of have to because I feel a little fever coming up. That's just
Yeah.
because of IV. Ba-ba-da-ba.
I did send. I do need to wrap it up. I got to
Yeah.
get moving, but I did send a link in the what's the ticker Telegram that is the
Mhm.
Molendox Mint Pass that's live for another 20 hours. It costs one monad, and it gets you
Oh yes,
whitelisted for the Molendox, which I've seen that whole project. It looks bullish to me. So, and it costs one monad. So, and I'm not spending my monad on anything else right now anyway. So
I
recommend.
just saw something too, and I'm gonna leave it in the purple pill for you guys. Um, it's a legit giveaway. Maybe you like to join up. Let me see if I got this right. Hold on, I'm gonna pick it up out of the.
Oh, not the DMC one. Did you see the
No, no,
DMC? The
no,
DMC one looks bullish too. They're giving away
no.
88 Sui, or they're giving away like a lot of crap. It's like money. They're giving the giveaway that DMC is doing DeLorean. So Sui intern had tagged you and I in it, and so one winner gets 88 Sui. One winner will get 588 Ika, and one winner will get 8,888 Lofi. And so
Yeah.
to participate, tag your ride or die in the comments, like and retweet, and drop a comment with what 88 means to you. That's for DeLorean Labs for the DMC token. It's on Sui Network. They're doing a giveaway. So very cool. One winner will get 2 tickets to the award-winning Back to the Future Broadway musical, plus $1,000 travel cash and $888 in DMC tokens. So yeah, and then three other winners on top of that. So there's gonna be four winners that are chosen from this one. They're doing a
You know what I'm just happy about
what's that?
here? That Sui intern tagged us as a ride or die.
Yes,
Thank you. I appreciate it.
yes.
Meanwhile, I posted up here from Bytech. This is a legit giveaway. Is giving away one Ethereum. So we support chats and reply, guys. Follow us. Eat trending.x. Repost a post. Reply to the post. Say good morning or something for a chance to win one Ethereum. Winner picked on Monday, August 11th. So this is going over the weekend. And this is a legit giveaway. So it was posted in one of the whale groups. So go ahead and engage, right? If that's for you, say something we posted might be interesting, right? So yeah, have you posted that Sui Ika giveaway as well then in the
Oh,
Jumbotron for
yeah.
people?
I can. Yeah. Let me go ahead and throw that up. Let me see. I found it. Here we go.
Mm-hmm.
So, share to space. Okay, so this is the DeLorean Labs post. It should be
Yes,
here.
bullish on DeLorean Labs. Also, I'm gonna look up now to see from the Doginal Dogs because the Doginal Dogs, I don't know if they're still some of that to be had, but you guys need to show up in spaces. Watch these Dojo Dog spaces. There are boxes being given away with treats, right? Doggy treats all over. So engage there um, to receive, right? Go to the spaces, see what you need to do, and every space is kind of different, I think. So let's just join up and be there and engage. It's important to engage, you guys. I have been so successful on X today. Uh, Again, let's look at the numbers here now. Um, yes, I'm up 250 followers today. 250 followers today. That's amazing. It's amazing.
That's sick.
On what you can do by just reaching out, right? Just saying hello, just being yourself, right? Stop trying to make content that is not you. Or stop engaging like it's not like. I know certain people say something and it's like you sound so like AI.
Hmm.
Like have an inspirational blessed day. Nobody says that bullshit. Nobody.
Hmm. That's funny.
That sounds yeah. So it, this is not flying with me, right? You're not Jesus, so we,
Yeah.
we pretty much know you're not, right? So, I'm not falling for that. That's AI talking. And if you're doing it with AI, that's fine. Just train your AI to be more like you.
Yeah, you can
Right?
humanize it.
Yeah,
I do
you can
stuff like that
humanize it.
too. I'll say
Yeah,
make the posts quick and concise, humanize
yeah,
it, or even telling it to have the target audience have a ninth grade reading level. If you do that, then all of a sudden the results sound like just like anyone talking. Like it dumbs down the
yeah,
verbiage enough where so ninth grade reading level is like you say, target. I that's a hack I learned from someone, and it
yeah,
kind of makes sense because it's like people when they're reading something they don't want it to be super wordy and like being like trying to like, oh, do I have to look up what this word
no,
means, because
exactly,
it's like
right?
they want it
Plus,
to
the
be
whole
easy and breezy and
know,
like
you
you
know
know
what's also pressure then if somebody's going under there like he's Buddha or something, right? You're inspirational, blessed, whatever, unicorn, rainbow day. You're gonna, but it's like 3 sentences long, and I appreciate your effort there,
right.
right? I do, but now I feel like I need to say something special back, and I'm just not gonna.
Yeah.
So I'll just be like, yes, that's fine, GM. So it's like, not sure what to do with this, right?
Look
So
at
just
Elon's post. They're like 3 words long. It's like it says like Bitcoin go up. That's like all Elon will post.
that.
He just posts
See,
like 3 words. That's a perfect Twitter post.
X is made for short content.
Yeah.
If you guys are still on there with your yapping away over Cato and what kind of with Noma and blah blah, be
Paragraphs
whatever,
of
but you're
nonsense. It's
under
like,
there with a freaking whole Bible written there. I'm
yeah.
not gonna read
No
any of
one's
that.
no one in the right mind is sitting there
Nobody.
reading all that.
No.
No, it's crazy.
Right? Everybody is just reading the first sentence. As soon as you need to do read more, nobody does the read more.
Yeah, we're
You
here
can
looking
forget
for
whatever.
alpha. You know what I mean? People are on Twitter like looking for
Yeah.
the fastest alpha. They're not looking for,
Did you know? Did
inspiration.
you know? And then fucking two whole chapters. It's like I didn't even read that much in school.
Yeah. Bearish.
It, it's bearish,
Yeah.
and so don't do that because it can cost you your engagement. People will scroll, right? Twitter isn't built for that. If you want to do that, that's great. If you have something to say, well,
You
the
want
best thing you
medium.
can do is make it, no, just make a thread
Oh
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
do that
Threads are sick.
short content, like short bursts,
Yeah.
and then do 10 in your 8 to 10 in your thread. That's bullish because, and then don't make big stories in there either. Just go take 2 sentences and then you do this, boom, boom,
Right.
and then because of this, boom, boom, and then a little picture, boom, and then it's better, fits better in the algorithm.
Right.
And then if you're yapping and you're getting points for that, you're getting, cool points there, bonus
Yeah.
points.
Honestly, I
Yeah.
think that they are bullish as hell. I do love well put together threads that have like some thought behind them, that it's trying to be informative or whatever. And there's a lot that are actually interesting, and I think it's great engagement for one's account, and it's just beneficial all around, as long as it's just not like nonsense BS that you just like threw together. But most of the threads that I do see on the timeline, they're usually pretty informative and like really well like put together, which is always awesome. Yeah. nothing bad. I don't really have anything bad to say about threads. Those are the people that are out there putting threads together. I feel like they're
Well, it's better that
something
you do
cool.
that than to write the whole Bible
Right.
in
One
one
long
go.
one long post that's
Yes.
just 500 words too long to
Yeah.
read. That's yeah, it doesn't make any sense
You
really.
could have made that thread, pin it up as your pin post, and make one daily. You can, but it's like Jesus. You're just copy and pasting something that nobody wants to read,
Yeah.
and you would get more ahead by saying, "Get buy this is bullish." You would get more traction saying something like that than explaining everything. And
Hey, Wild.
yeah,
Can I read you an Alex Becker post?
yes,
Oh, the new one from today is damn funny.
I know you love it.
The one about his
He says, I say,
Go ahead.
yes.
no,
Go
I
ahead.
think this is a newer one. He says, I say all season when only ETH is pumping is because the 90% of the time triggers this 90% of the time triggers a massive rotation into alts after ETH peaks. But I know thinking 3 to 4 steps in advance is hard for the midwits in this space to grasp. Don't worry, the Alpha Pappy is here to guide you.
I love Elliot. I love him.
Alpha
And
Poppy.
then, but because he's so right, and I think
Yeah.
he's slightly jaded, and I know I feel that too, right? Sometimes it's like, oh my God, here we go again, right? Especially if, and I don't want to, because I want to have these stages open for everybody, and you can tell me anything and everything, and I don't want to judge, but there is a part of me that goes like, here we go again. Here's another one, right? And I don't want to be degrading anybody like that, so I'm not trying to give. I'm not that person, but I. That's what I do like about him is that he does, and he's very much jaded in that way, and he's just laying it out there, right? Laying down the law. It is like that. Every metric confirms all of that too,
Mm-hmm.
right? And it's very tiring if you've been in the space and you just keep having people, even people that I know in real life, that just 2 weeks ago sold their whole portfolio, telling me I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
I don't think all season will happen, no matter what you say. And I'll be like, well, what can I say? That that to me just indicates max pain. That just confirmed to me that all season is gonna happen. And most of you are
Yeah.
not going to make it.
What does
And we
Warren
know
Buffett
that
say?
too.
He says, "Be greedy when others are fearful." And be
Yes.
fearful when others are greedy. So when everyone's posting screenshots, oh yeah, like like we made it, blah blah blah, and
Yeah.
everyone's very bullish and making all these bullish posts. That's the time to it's probably time to sell. But when
Yeah.
everyone's like fearful and giving up, that's the time to sweep the floor and take advantage of
Oh,
these
you don't want to know.
opportunities.
When Bitcoin tops out, right? And everybody, every Anon that does TA and knows how to read Bitcoin is seeing like, all right, that was the top, right? And then there's the Hail Mary pump, all right, we can swing trade that one or future trade that one still. And then there will be people for months more in this space thinking Bitcoin is going to do another all-time high. Why we flipped bearish on the higher time frames.
Mm-hmm.
And that will be delusional as well. And that's just a wishful thinking because they bought the top and now they need price to come back, right? So they got to
Mm-hmm.
remain bullish to save their bags, but it's not going to happen. But we know this in this space. The numbers are against you. Everybody knows where to buy. People don't know how to sell. People are selling at a loss, right? Rotating out of positions. It happens all the freaking time. And I keep saying in the bear market, we're just here with 30% of what's left. The rest is out of crypto in the bear market. So we're here with the village. And everything that pumps is just rotation of money between the village, slowly being sucked out by scammers and ruggers. That's it. There was a guy who told
Wild.
me, yeah, what we
He
got.
he's got another video coming out tomorrow.
Oh my God, I'm
FYI.
gonna be ready.
He says
I'm gonna be
he says in this one, he goes, fair warning, an absolute massive altcoin video drops tomorrow. Serious mode, like for cool points. I'll tell you what I'm gonna tell 300,000 other viewers. The alt lows are in. ETH is going to all-time high soon, and your chance to get pre-bull legend entries done for another 4 to 5 years. I don't know when it'll happen, but it's likely soon, and you will be playing catch with massive risk the entire rest of the bowl.
yes, yes, this,
Earlier, not quite yesterday, but like 12 hours ago, he says, "Look, if your bags are not packed as we cross 4K ETH and
Yeah.
ignite all season, remember, it's not your fault. It's not like literally the biggest account and YouTube channel in crypto was screaming this was coming at lows for years.
Yeah.
You could have
Yes.
never known.
You
Yeah.
could have never known. Yeah.
Oh, why didn't he tell us? Somebody should have warned us.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's so
exactly.
right
Yeah,
though.
that's what
You feel,
that's a lot
yeah,
going
you got to
on.
feel
Yeah.
like you're yelling, like screaming in a desert when you're constantly posting.
And it's
this is
freaking
what's going to
tiring.
happen, and everyone's still coming to you and then asking you questions. Well,
Nobody
what do you
wants to
think's going to
listen.
happen? What do you think's going to happen with this one? And he's like, I just told you. Like, you're obviously not listening to anything I'm saying. That's
Nobody wanted
frustrating.
to listen. Nobody wanted to listen when it was 39 cents. And I was like, don't listen to me. Look at the tech. Look at what's coming. There's a good floor to buy, you guys. But hey, do your own research. Get some. And add it to your portfolio. It's going to be big, right? Gonna do a rip. And then, people a week later, well, it's not pumping. Yeah, well, it's like, you not hold the bag. What is this, right? And then all the people coming back in my DMs when Sui is $5.40. That's a crazy thing. Yeah, I remember you told me about Sui. Yeah, yeah. I held the bag, sold it for 10% loss because you wanted to ape another coin of the day. Because you wanted the 2-3x really quickly. Because you want to get rich quick, and you think crypto is the way to get it. This is not going to happen. It's not going to happen this way. And if your bags are not packed, I still think here a lot of alts are undervalued, so I do not agree with Alex right here. They're in zones that are perfectly still fine to buy, right? Especially at dark horses, these will lag a little bit, but can do ugly numbers as well. Maybe they're not stealing the show, and maybe they're not just show ponies, but they will have upside potential of a 10x just the same because they're low cap and they are going to be played. So then you got to, look at those a little bit more, right? If you're still getting into the game right here and now or this month. And then maybe in the retracement in September, maybe we're going to see some blood. Maybe, maybe not. But maybe we're going to see some blood and you can still add a little bit there. Maybe still have a chance there. But FOMO time is arriving soon. And yeah, like he said, if you didn't double down on your portfolio, then yeah. And like I said, well, in the crypto moonlight, we actually made like a good argument for a meme coin portfolio, right? So if you're just like, yes, what, wild, I just don't want to, this utility, I don't get it, I don't understand it, and I'm just rather go with my meme coins. There's an argument to make a meme coin portfolio, but then you have to look at your blue chip meme coins that are moving with the market. And yes, that is then going to be bread on base. We're going to have Pepe. We're going to have, I mean, Trump. Trump will make some moves, right? Because Trump is absolutely going to come with a tweet that is because of him this bull run. He's absolutely gonna. I'm waiting for a tweet from Trump, how we owe the whole bull run and all season to Trump.
Right?
He's gonna take
Yeah.
credit for it. Yeah,
Yeah, you will.
he's gonna toot his own
It's
horn.
gonna be
Yeah.
so good.
Yes. So a Trump token will do well, right? And these are higher caps. I get it. You may not want to buy them because you're like, yes, look, they're sitting on market caps that what are they gonna do? Yes, but they are stable. So well, for a meme coin, right? So they bring some stability because of the higher market cap. And then you can add like a couple mid caps and a couple more low caps of your choice, and that will be a decent meme coin portfolio that is going to move as well. And then the aping of shit tokenery, that the shit tokens will actually not do well when the alt rally starts. That comes a little bit later, right? When people make fuck it money, they're gonna do the shit tokening around. This includes me. I have a plan, and I have a little budget that's already in there because I know I'm gonna degen. See, so I know I am, but the rule is that I got to stick with the budget that I then have at the time and not do crazy things with my island money. Yeah. So um, so I am, but it's going to come after. Also, you guys, NFT collections, can we not mention them? Because the tier one collections, the collections that are set to do very, very well, that have built in the bear markets, these are going to shine in all season already. I think we don't have to wait for NFT season to arrive for those for their floors to rise drastically, right? And so get ready for all of that to happen as well. Um, we saw that happen with the pump in 24, right? When everybody, if you were in there, your portfolio did very, very well already. And these bags would have been up till now, even, right? Maybe not that the whole axis, but at least if you haven't sold, you would still be up decently. And so we saw in 24 also with the market move directly NFTs being on the menu. So I think it's going to look a little bit different than last bull run when they were a little bit after the fact. I think the collections that are out there, then you got to look at the older collections of the last bull run are being mentioned again, and they're the ones that were made in the bear market that are going to get mentioned that are relevant and doing very well already. Yet these are going to pull up drastically. Wait for that to
To that
happen.
to that point, Wild, we've got the Fidenza
Yes,
floor. It's just 28 Fidenzas away from $1 million floor.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So that one's coming back good. And that's been around for a while, like 2021.
Hallelujah. Yeah. So yes, of course, people were funding the crap out of board apes as well, Lam.
Hmm.
Yep.
Yes, they were a lot of people sold those at a loss, like serious.
Wow.
There was one dropped, I think, at 160K loss or something ridiculous like that. Yeah, dropped it. Well, that's what maybe you need the money and then you gotta, right? In the bear market. But look, now, somebody picked that up. Boom, now in profit, right? So these things are just in the bear market. Everybody fuds because everybody's not feeling well. So they're just gonna emotional vomit on everything. But yeah, price does come back, especially for the ones that were there. The bullish NFT collections of 21 are going to come back in 25, and the good ones that were built in the bear are going to steal the show already with all of this pumping. And then at the end, will be a ton of new mints. There will be a ton of new tokens, and I can tell you right now, not mostly, none of those will
Daisy.
survive.
Sorry.
Mm.
Sorry, I thought I was muted. Sorry about that.
Eh,
Oh my
you
gosh.
talking to your cat?
Something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, but I do have to call it. I'm
Yeah,
sorry. I do have
we
to
gotta we
end.
gotta play the music, and I'm just hypnotized by Ethereum at the moment. So yeah, thank you for reminding me that I'm still in a space talking to begin with. I'm looking now. Hey, I see we actually have a room full. Thank you guys for sticking with us because I thought maybe we were a little bit too boring.
Yeah, no, we had a nice crowd today. That's awesome. Thank you guys so
Yes,
much for joining
absolutely.
us.
I'll be there tomorrow. Oh, hold on. I'll be there tomorrow in the Crypto Moonlight to follow Lamb, right? And he's gonna put that link up, and then you can, and we're gonna talk further in there. We do a lot of fun, but also a lot of TA and a lot of research. Sometimes live on stage, just like we sometimes do here. And yeah, good times there in the crypto moonlight. I mean, our aura enhancer that because it's in the moonlight, right? It's a full moon too tonight, so you kind of gotta go follow each other. Let's go.
Full moon on 8/8.
Yes. What's the ticker? Where's it at? Pumpy. What is the ticker? Where's it at? I got crypto in the bag, send the CA in the chat. Gonna ape another fact. Got a runner on the map, so line of sniping like a gat. And the Zoe is moving quickly. I'm the squeezing where they at. I'm trying to bring the Mimquins back. 1,000X is gonna land. I got he chilling in the back, and the guest fees are gonna slap. Where's the ticker? Where's it at? Yes, thank you everybody for coming on this very bullish Friday. You should get excited, right? And build your X, follow each other, start engaging, because that's where the alpha is at. Tick.
Yes, yes. Thank you so much, fam. You guys have a great rest of your day. Stay bullish, my friends. We will see you tomorrow.
That's not going to be hard to stay bullish.
Yeah, let's go.
I'm gonna be up all night with my blankie and my popcorn. Let's go.
Let's go.